Whether you can't yet do one push-up or can do hundreds of push-ups at a time, I'm going to show you how you can get more out of your push-ups for years and years to come. Let's get to it. Hey, how you doing? I'm Will Francis, here with one simple way you can adjust your push-ups to make them challenging and effective for you, regardless of your experience level. First off, if you think that push-ups are too easy for you, try out the Pseudo Planche push-up. Even elite trainees, I mean to the level of Olympic gymnasts, will be challenged by this exercise. The movement works your shoulders, chest, and core in a way that you may have never encountered before, leading to new gains in terms of both muscle and strength when programmed properly, as I'll describe later on. The exercise is performed by leaning forward as far as possible while in a standard push-up position. I recommend turning your hands outward at least 90 degrees or performing the exercise on bars to avoid overly stressing your wrists in this position. From here, lower down to the floor while keeping your elbows tucked to your sides. Then, without allowing your elbows to flare, push back up until your arms lock out while maintaining your lean. If it helps, perform the exercise with your feet in contact with the wall to ensure that your lean is maintained throughout the entire range of motion. Keep tension throughout your body from head to toe during each rep and be mindful of the position of your shoulder blades, known as the scapula. Your scapula should be depressed and protracted, which means that your shoulder blades should be pressed down and forward, rather than retracted or elevated, down and forward, just like that. The further you lean forward during this movement, the harder it becomes as weight shifts off of your feet and onto your shoulders. Lean forward more and more as you progress and get stronger at the exercise. If you get good enough, your feet may even lift off of the floor during the movement, so you can eventually progress to full planche push-ups, an extremely advanced movement that takes years to master. Apart from just leaning forward more, you could increase the intensity of the pseudo planche push-up by elevating the feet to increase the load on the shoulders, or by elevating your hands to increase the range of motion. An added benefit of this exercise is that it is incredibly conducive for drop sets. When you reach failure on a set, just move your feet back a little, reducing your lean, and you'll immediately be able to perform more reps. Imagine loading up a barbell with the heaviest weight you could possibly perform 3 reps with on the bench press, and after grinding out the 3rd rep, 20% of the weight magically disappears from the bar so that you can squeeze out more reps. That's essentially what you can do with the pseudo planche push-up, adjusting the intensity of the exercise in the middle of your set. If you're a beginner, I recommend building up your basic pushing strength using push-ups done from your knees. Keep the body straight and tensed while using full range of motion and a controlled tempo as shown. Given time, you'll progress to push-ups done from your toes. Once you can do more than 15 push-ups with perfect form in a set, you can start leaning forward, as previously described, to make the exercise more and more difficult. Now let's talk about how you can program these push-ups to see the best results possible. If you want to see me put together some complete workouts implementing what I've discussed, be sure to let me know. But generally, I recommend performing 2 to 3 challenging sets 3 days a week, with at least 1 day separating each workout session. If you can't yet do 5 push-ups with perfect form, do your push-ups from your knees with the best form you can. If you can do 5 to 15 push-ups, stick to those for now. And if you can do over 15 push-ups, I recommend you try out the pseudo planche push-ups. Pick a variation or a degree of leaning where you can perform 5 to 15 reps per set with clean form. The lower end of that rep range, around 5 to 8 reps, is a bit better for strengthening the shoulders and the chest to be able to press with greater force and under greater loads. While the higher end of that rep range, above 8 reps, is a bit better for building muscle. Make sure to thoroughly warm up your wrists and shoulders with dynamic stretches and a couple warm-up sets before giving full effort on each of your working sets. I usually recommend resting 1 to 2 minutes between sets. Rest just long enough to feel prepared to give full effort on your next set. If you'd like, you could even spread out your sets of push-ups throughout multiple sessions in a single day rather than just doing one session. This method, known as greasing the groove, is very effective for building up your technique and strength on a given exercise, but is less effective when you're looking to build muscle, as the muscle fibers won't be exhausted as they are when you perform multiple subsequent sets of an exercise in a given session. If you're an intermediate to advanced trainee, I highly recommend performing sets of regular push-ups after pseudo planche push-ups in your workouts. Pseudo planche push-ups will pre-exhaust your shoulders, forcing your chest to really drive the movement during your following sets of push-ups. So if you were worried about not being able to get a good workout with some push-ups, I hope this showed you can build muscle and strength very effectively with no equipment. The pseudo planche push-up will challenge you in a fun new way. So let me know how it goes, and be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. See you soon.